Okay, so we are flying to Las Vegas, and I like to take videos of very interesting geological structures from my window. I always, if I can, I'll get a window seat on these flights that I take around the country. So this is a huge lake. Sorry to say, I have no idea which lake it is, but we are in the southwest part of the United States, heading to Vegas. Now, those strange green circles, they're irrigated fields, and that's just some agriculture that we see there. And we are making our way to Vegas. Now, I like geological structures, and I like the way these desert mountains looked, and the obvious roads and trails that were built going up into the mountains and crisscrossing the mountains. And it's just, I don't know, it's just beautiful to me. Everybody else in the plane is wearing headphones, watching movies, or chit-chatting, and I'm like thinking, oh, come on, look out the window. How often do you get to see this? Well, for me, it's not very often, because I don't fly across the country that often. In the lake, about center screen, you will see what looks to be marinas. And here we are, landing at the airport in Vegas. On the left, you can see the Pyramid Casino there. We have touchdown, and the strip goes basically from that tall building on the left all the way as far as you can see between the various skyscraper resorts and casinos. On this particular Las Vegas trip, we stayed at the MGM Grand. Now, this is viewing the strip where that lighted billboard truck is going. We're basically, the Tropicana is to our back, and there is the sign for the MGM Grand where we stayed. One thing interesting about the MGM Grand, when you stay there and you have your car parked there and you have your hotel pass, which gets you in your room and gets you in and out of the parking lot, MGM Grand, or at least that parent company, owns a lot of casinos along the strip, which was surprising to me. But if you want to park at the Bellagio or another casino that MGM Grand owns, your hotel pass operates the doors, the gates, to the parking area. So it's a nice benny if you stay at the MGM Grand. I believe, I'm not really sure, but I believe this is one of the underground area casinos not too far from the bridge going over to Caesars Palace. This, in fact, is probably right across from Caesars Palace. And you know, we've got these walkways that go across the roads for you to safely to be able to walk to other casinos like Caesars Palace. And here I am filming the long walk. Caesars Palace is a huge casino. It just goes on forever and ever and ever. Now, on either side of you, you've got restaurants, you've got places to shop. The casinos are in another area. But I wanted to take this walk and film this walk because I heard about the vaulted ceilings in Caesar's Palace that are painted with clouds and lit to almost look like you're in an open area under the sky. But that ceiling, I actually saw people as they were walking into this area, they were putting their sunglasses on as if they thought they were going outside. But this is all interior. So you have this feel of walking down a street and coming into a huge courtyard. Now, if you travel down to your left, the avenue or the boulevard goes a long ways down to the left, you will reach the end of the Caesars Palace structure. You catch just a glimpse of it there. But this place seems to go on forever and ever and ever. The thing I felt about Vegas, whether you were in a casino or whether you were driving down the strip, whether it was daytime or nighttime, it is visual information overload. Be it the gigantic signs, be it all the flashing lights in the casino, be it in Caesar's Palace with that design, it's unbelievable. Now the other place is Bellagios, which is owned by MGM Grand. And when you come in from the parking area, you are assaulted by this amazing fantasy land of all these structures and flowing water and inhumanly possible large flowers. And it's just like a meeting point for people as soon as you come into this casino. It's probably got a name, but I was so tired from driving around that day trying to find the parking area for this casino that by the time I got in here, I was just in awe and thanksgiving that I finally got here. So I didn't get the name of the place, but this is surely beautiful. It reminds me of a fairyland. And I remember the people all around me were just oohing and eyeing and kind of gasping and look at that. You know, it was just, it was like a surreal moment. You don't expect to see anything like this when you're walking into a casino. I mean, who would have thought? At least the brochures, the travel stuff that I looked at, they never had any pictures of this. This was just a huge shock. And you can tell by all the people here taking so many videos and pictures. It truly is a must-see. If you do go to Vegas, be sure you go to Bellagios and check out this visual sensory extravaganza. You can hear the wonderful music playing in the background, piped into this place. I sort of couldn't stop filming myself. There was just so much to get in. But eventually we left Vegas and we crossed into California, and I don't remember the name of the road, but you came across different things. Now, this is a huge solar collection place, and you'll see on the screen the name of it. But those solar panels are beaming light up to that tower, sunlight, and there's water in there. And I couldn't figure out what it was, but I read later on Google how this place operated. But the solar panels reflected light up to those well-lit towers, which held water, and it superheated them into this high temperature steam, which they then used to generate electricity from that solar collecting facility. I'd never seen anything like it, but I just wanted to catch this. The first part of this video of the solar stuff, I was heading out, but I spliced in this video that I took when we were heading back to Vegas. So chronologically, it's a little out of order, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted to talk about, again, something that was not in any travel brochures. Now here we are in Weirdville, Baker, California.
Walk with me into the land of the bizarre. Why? That's what I have to ask myself. Why? And this thing's got big wheels all around it, as if it's crawling across somewhere. Here we go into alien fresh jerky. Whoa. They're really capitalizing on the extraterrestrials here. Okay. You got your jerky. You got your aliens. You got your alien autopsy guy. Candy. Toys. It keeps getting better. Hey, here's E.T. Whoa. Let's see, we have roadkill original beef jerky, abducted cow beef jerky. Here's invisible jerky. I think that's an empty bag. I'm looking for, here's weed killer hot beef jerky. I'm looking for Roswell jerky. Let's see.
Great fortune follows the one who listens to the aliens. Come closer and share with you my secrets, I shall.
Talks like Yoda. Where's the Roswell beef jerky? I'm not seeing it. Barbecue on the moon beef jerky. No, that's not it. Maybe they had to get special permission to say Roswell beef jerky. Hey, we got the Star Trek boys here. Kirk and Spock and McCoy. Yeah, I got a feeling they're not selling that. Well, you got all your t-shirts. Alright, that's basically it. We're out of here.
Fuck. Why are we here in this crazy alien jerky place in Baker, California? I cannot answer that, Captain. It's illogical. What do you think, McCoy? I think I'd like some jerky. And here we have the ubiquitous Joshua Tree. Now, we made a detour along our travels to go see this open pit borax mine. I'm sure a lot of people traveling to California might say, why would you go there? Well, it's where my wife and I wanted to go and see this place. It's quite the operation, and I think it's the largest borax mining pit area in the world. You can leave comments if you know otherwise. But borax is found in all kind of products that you would not even realize is so.
Here we are out in the middle of
I am the
nowhere
kind of
in the
person
desert
who
of
just likes to go
California,
weird
going
places.
down
Here's
a
one of
street
them.
marked as J. I kind of feel like I'm doing Breaking Bad in New Mexico.
J for Jesse.
J for Jesse.
Wow, look at this.
Where's Heisenberg when you need him?
Just look at this.
And I'm interested in some real estate men.
My desert real estate.
It's called trash.
Oh, is that trash?
It's probably a dead washing machine. Yeah, it's easier than taking it somewhere. Maybe it's a crashed alien vessel.
But this is it.
Ta-da! Yeah, we're in Yosemite.
Isn't it beautiful?
We sort of did a whirlwind tour through Yosemite, and this is a famous overlook, giving you a look at all this. We were traveling out here with an elderly person who had just had hip surgery, so we did not park at the base of these areas and take a stroll out there. It just was not feasible. So, we basically saw most of Yosemite from the road and from overlooks just like this.